Hello everybody, this is Professor Chuck Conkle. This is CIS102. We're going to be looking at what is a secure password tonight and what that's all about. And so first thing I want to talk about is some tips to help you. The minimum password requirement is 10 to 12 characters, and you can even have more, but 10 to 12 is a good number to start with. And one of the things you don't want to do is go lower than that because it's easier for hackers to figure out your password. And so 10 characters minimum. You need to choose a password that's long enough to where you can, not everyone can guess it. Include numbers and symbols as well. Will help a lot. I'm going to move my notes over here where I can see them a little bit better. There you go. That's better. Include numbers, symbols, capital letters, lowercase letters is helpful. Do not use dictionary passwords. Dictionary passwords is definitely not recommended because dictionary passwords, hackers can figure out easily. And don't rely on obvious substitutions like your house, the word family, your last name. And try to mix it up a little bit. An example would be use a word that you like, but that means nothing to you personally as far as can be traced back to your family name, your dog's name, your kid's name. And so whether it be a book that you've read and the name of that book, that a character inside of the book, you can use part of the character's name for a password. And generally what I recommend is a word at the beginning or a number of words put together with the first letter of the word capitalized. And so for an example, if you were to use, you're going to Rock Valley College and you want to make it something where you can personally, it makes sense to you, the password. You can do something like RVC 2016 and then the name of a character like, say, Gerald, that's in a book that you like. So RVC 2016 Gerald and then semicolon 25. That would be a good password. And a password that hackers would have a hard time guessing. Some websites that will help you. Passwordsgenerator.net. Passwordsgenerator.net is an excellent password generator website. Where if you go to that website, it will give you a link to type in or some checkboxes to type in on what the requirements are that you're needing for the password. So you could put in there like 12 characters, a caps letter, 2 numbers, and a special character. It'll give you back a list of passwords to choose from. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, I can't remember passwords, so how's that supposed to help me if it's a real difficult password? Well, that leads me to some apps I suggest to help you manage your passwords. A real popular one that's being used by a lot of people around the world is dashlane.com, dashlane.com. And it has a Windows app, a Mac app, and a Droid and iOS app. Does any of you out there use a password management application? If so, go ahead and type in the text message at the below Periscope app what that app is. And while I'm talking, I'll stop and make mention of it as it comes up. The other app I recommend is called the number 1 password. The number 1 password. And so it's literally the number 1 and the word password. And the easiest way to find that is just to Google 1Password. And there's again, iOS app, Droid app that helps you manage your passwords in a central location. And both of these apps are free. Both the Dashlane and 1Password is both free. And so I definitely recommend it. And so again, dashlane.com, and then the number 1 password. Somebody said they're afraid to use a password app because they're afraid somebody will hack it. I've heard that concern. The problem with that is where are you storing your passwords? If it's all in your head, some people can do that, but the majority of people can't. And so it's better to put your password in a secure app like 1Password or Dashlane.com than on a piece of paper or like a lot of people do, and put it in their desk drawer, put it on a note document on their phone. And so it is not 100% secure as far as, but nothing is 100% secure when it comes to, even if it's in your head, it's not 100% secure because you can forget that password. And when you try to reset a password after you forgot it, it's human nature to enter in every password that you know. And if hackers have a keyboard logger on your computer, or if they have one on a browser you're on, they can actually gather all of your passwords that you've ever used. And so I really highly recommend using a password manager just to help you from regurgitating passwords once you forget one, which you will if you're not writing down all of your passwords somewhere. On average, most Americans today have anywhere from 8 to 12 passwords that they have to remember. And so because of that, you need to be able to manage them in a safe environment. And again, I've used 1Password. I recommend it. Dashlane.com is a new one on the block, and a lot of folks recommend that as well. And so either one will work. But I definitely understand folks' concerns on using apps and having hackers come in. I understand that, but I definitely believe it's better to have an app to manage your passwords because it's in one central location. The 1Password.com stores the database locally on the device. It's not going to be stored in a cloud repository unless you ask it to. The same with Dashlane.com. It's stored on the device. And so you can pay more for Dashlane to store them across devices. I don't recommend that because you have the chance of hackers getting into those shared data repositories. So again, Dashlane.com and number 1Password. Well, I did make a change on the Periscope app because we have 3 of them right in a row tonight. This is only going to be for 10 minutes on Monday night. And so I appreciate those that came on board here, those that commented. And we're going to be having this each Monday night for CIS102 from 6 to 6:10. And these will be recorded. So again, if you have any questions, if you have a question you want answered or talked about for the coming week, if you could shoot me an email, that'd be awesome. And I'll recommend whoever recommended the topic during the Periscope. So if you could give hearts as I end here, that would be awesome. Just tap the screen, and I will see everybody next week.